What it do, nerds, blurs, and everybody in between. You already know it's your boys from the Blurs Syndicate. I am the Husky Hokage, and I got the right hand man in the syndicate with me, sir. Yes, sir. And we got a special guest tonight, the Sensei. He's back with us. Hey, love it, man. Love it. How everybody doing, man?
Blessed, man. I'm good.
Babies are a lot again. I forgot. I forgot. But it's really good, man. Having a good time with the baby, and that's about it, man. That's about.
I understand. I understand. You forget after, but I know you've been a long time. You know, Ben just turned 11. Happy birthday to Ben.
Ben turned 11 yesterday.
Yeah, happy birthday. But like it's been a long time since you had a baby, and man, I can only imagine. I remember how hard it was getting back into the cycle when I was like going from didn't have one for 4 years, and all of a sudden we had a new one. But you fresh out the box. So,
bro, let me tell you this. I did the calculations. When Ben goes to high school, right? Mm-hmm. The baby will be going to kindergarten. I'm starting all the way to fuck over. But it is all good because she is adorable. I love her to death. She's my little glowworm. So that's all that matters.
Glowworm, I like that.
I love it, man. Love it. That's what's up, man. I'm glad to hear everything doing good, man. So people, let's kind of get to the topic at hand. What we here for? We are here. This is the Royal Rumble reaction show. So we'll give you our thoughts, prayers, whatever else you want. We're gonna give you all of it.
This guy, I love it. I'm here for it.
We're gonna give you every bit of what we thought or how we felt about this year's Royal Rumble. So yeah. So who? So let's start the night off with the men's Royal Rumble. Who want to go ahead? Who want to tell me what you got or how you was feeling about it?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
Be completely real with you.
Okay.
Our first two entrants were Sheamus and Gunther. Now, if I alternate between calling this man Gunther and Walter, please forgive me. His mama called him Walter. I'm gonna call him Walter.
Let me tell you, hold on before we move on. That's the same thing I was going to see. You took the words right out of my literally. I hate calling him Gunther. I prefer to call him Walter. And what you just said is I was going to say the same thing. But go right ahead, sir. Go ahead.
So to those of you that don't know, I've been watching Walter since he was at WCPW, back when he was indie. So yeah, Walter's been Walter to me.
He's been beating the shit out of people for forever.
He been fucking niggas up in England for a minute.
Yes.
Hot minute.
Yes.
So we got those two started off. Now, I did not see Clash at the Castle, but I heard it was a 5-star match between him and Sheamus. So kudos to those two starting off the match. Now, at first, personally, having not seen the match, I was like, this is kind of boring. Two big white guys starting this shit off. But one thing I forgot is with a Rumble, you have the opportunity to not only make people happy, but you can continue on storylines or build storylines in the middle of this spectacle. So before I deep dive, or before we all deep dive into this, I'll say this, and I counted just a few. There was about 6 storylines hit on in this Royal Rumble alone. Okay. So that was pretty dope to me. So getting Gunther and Sheamus to start it up, initially I was against it, but I came around it, you know what I'm saying, as the show progressed and you got to see them interact with each other in between. What were your thoughts on it?
So for me, like I said, they kicked off the match. And I didn't see the Clash at the Castle either, but they got, they was doing all right. Now, one thing I did pick up from that. So I can't remember what entrant he was. Drew McIntyre came in, and him and Sheamus kind of have this buddy thing going. Yeah,
they call themselves the Banger Bros, but they're not going to call themselves the Banger Bros because they found out that there's a porn company called Bang Bros, so they're going to change the name.
They knew what they were doing. But Drew was number 9. I got the list right here.
Okay, so Drew came in, him and Sheamus, and it done something that hit me that I would love to see. I understand Sheamus and Drew are buddy right now, but a triple threat match for the Intercontinental belt between Drew, Sheamus, and Walter, I want that. I need that, bro. I think that would be like
that's a Mania match.
Like that, like JR you said, that would be a slobber knocker. Like that, I think them going at it would be. I'm
gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't settle for anything other than that at one of the big 4 pay-per-views. And to those that don't know, we're talking Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, WrestleMania.
Yeah,
that is one of those top 4 matches, bro.
I would love it. They got in there, because I say Sheamus and Drew were kind of working together against somebody. I was like, and I think they may have attacked Walter, and I was like, let's put these 3 in a match by themselves and let them just go at it. Like, bro, that'll be dope, man. It was another one that caught my eye as well. They kind of went at it for a minute. Seth freaking Rollins and Johnny Wrestling.
Yeah.
I want to see that. I think that would be something good to watch. Even if it's not for a belt, but just having them 2 go at it and letting Johnny be Johnny. And they put on something phenomenal. I think they can do that.
I'm gonna say this: it's with wrestling. It's always the style matchups. You got your power, you got your brawlers, you got your strikers, and you got your technical and your high flyers. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Johnny falls between technical and high flyer. He's a true cruiserweight.
Yeah.
And then you got Seth Rollins, who's like a jack of all trades.
Yes.
Honestly, if Seth Rollins dropped to 205, bro, he would be a fucking problem. Like for real. So, because let's not forget, he does the Phoenix Splash.
Yeah, he does,
which is one of the most impressive top rope aerial maneuvers in the game.
Yeah,
when I first saw that, I was like, "That's fucking ridiculous." He messed something up, and then I was watching it with you. He was like, "No, he didn't mess nothing up." I said, "You mean it's supposed to look like that?"
Right. That Phoenix Splash is no problem. Do you guys remember this move he used to do when he was in the Shield? By the way, he was the high flyer of the Shield.
He was.
Those of you that remember. Do you remember he used to do this rope jump knee?
Yes.
He used to jump on the top rope to the inside, but he would knee you on the way to the inside. I would love to see that move return. I understand why he doesn't do that anymore because he got bad knees.
You got bad knees,
But man, and shout out to Johnny Wrestling for the Kang cosplay.
Yes.
I peeped it. I loved it. Yeah, man. Shout out to him. I'm always ready to see his gear, bro.
Man, him we'll talk about the other one in later on, but yeah, him definitely. So how did you feel? Just your initial thoughts on the men's Royal Rumble of the match.
So when I look at Royal Rumbles, I always look for like the surprise entrance, and that's the one thing that I think, like especially going into WrestleMania season, that's the one thing that always kind of grabs my attention. I didn't get as much as far as that's concerned. Like I wasn't under the impression that The Rock was coming. So I knew that one wasn't going to happen. But okay, so I said when they said it before, while they announced why Cody Rhodes was coming, why they announced Cody Rhodes was because they had big things planned for them. That's what made it the letdown, because I was like, if you're going to announce Cody Rhodes, you could always it would have been better if they wouldn't have talked about him at all, and then after that just showed up. But I think that's more corporate style now, where we have to prime the pump, and you don't. Either that or some vignettes of certain things. You know what I mean? Like maybe you have stuff where, I don't know, you got polka dots on one thing, or you have certain references to Cody or Cody's family or his gimmick and things like that. Having something like Stardust, one time, and then have polka dots the next time, and then have the paper bag, that he used to put on people because he used to call them ugly, stuff like that. Yeah, so to have stuff like that show up, and then like the vignette all comes together, and then after that you hear like there's more than one wrestling family, and then after that you would have had it come in. That's how I would have done it, because it would have gave you more surprise, because then after that it took away the surprise, because you were like, okay, when is he coming in? But then so you knew that Cody was coming in at that point. So that was my point. But besides that, it was good. I think the women's one was definitely better though. But
really,
yeah, I think the women's one was definitely better.
I'm okay. So I ain't gonna cut you off. You go ahead and finish what you're saying.
No, go ahead. I just stoked this flame. Let's.
I'm with you on this.
Take.
I'm with you. I'm not gonna tell you my grade for the men's Royal Rumble just yet, but I'm kind of with you on that. I think the women one was better. Just some of the stuff that they did, but like some of the things that they missed on in the men's Royal Rumble, I think the women did a little bit better. So I guess we'll go ahead and get into it. I understand Ray was injured, but having a spot not being used for that, I understand Ray is Ray. Ray is great. Ray is goated. He in the Hall of Fame, whatever. But you don't just you have a spot for him and no one shows up. Like, it's fine. He didn't come out. You could have had somebody else pop up like, I'm gonna take this spot. You know what I'm saying? That was a waste of spot. You got Shinsuke Nakamura in the back, pretty much healthy. Exactly. Dolph Ziggler in the back, pretty much healthy. You got people from NXT that you could have brought up. Like I said, like I mentioned the other day, Grayson Waller, Carmelo Hayes, Brian Breaker. You got people like that you could have brought up and put in that spot instead. Now, granted, you could have still had Dominic do what he did, come out with the mask, tear it up, all that stuff. That was fine. But you still could have had someone else show up in that spot. I'm gonna say, go ahead.
So I'm right there with you. Like, I felt like when they had Rey Mysterio, because like during Christmas time he was in a full ass boot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we knew his ass wasn't coming back today. So it would have been funny. It would have been funny if he was like, yeah, I'm almost ready. And you know what would have been better? If they did a vignette or Rey Mysterio about how he was coming back. And then after that, he he doesn't even have to, he just has to have the boot off just to act like he's walking to the ring and have his son whoop his ass, take his mask, and take his spot.
I'd have been fine with that. I would have been fine with that.
What's up, Matilda?
What up?
What's going on, Matilda? I'm gonna say this: Booker T could have stayed where he was.
Oh God!
I'm that the walk to the ring, he looked stiff on the walk to the ring. The spinning Rooney wasn't quite spinning like it.
It wasn't spinning. It wasn't spinning like it was supposed to spin.
There wasn't no cheese in that spinning Rooney.
It was a Rooney. It was just a Rooney. Like. You could have stayed where you was, my guy. Like, bro,
my knees.
Basically, like, I understand you 2-time Hall of Fame or whatever, 5-time. All that's good and well and dandy, my brother. But you could have just gave that spot to somebody younger or somebody more in more ring shape than you, or whatever the case may be. Like, cause he didn't even get a real big pop. You know what I'm saying? The music came on, people were like, oh, okay. All right, Booker. Hey.
Honestly, it's because he overstayed his welcome, bro. He's done this. He was in the last 2 or 3 Royal Rumbles. So it's not like, as soon as I see him announcing, I was like, oh, he's going to be in it. His kicks don't hit the same. They don't have the same oomph. People don't know how to sell them because they aren't executed well.
Nope.
Sorry, not sorry. And I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to a couple things y'all said, man. I'm sorry, y'all been slandering, and I'll let y'all have it for a little bit. I got to rewind shit back, man. Look here.
Well, let me say one last thing, real quick. No. This is about the men. Why the fuck was the walk so damn long, bro? By the time you get to pop, you way back there. You got to walk damn near half a mile to get to the ring.
Been like that for like years now.
I hate it.
They got to like low key. I felt sorry for what's his name? All right, Nat calls him. Yeah, she calls him Weeble Wobble. So every time I think about him now, I'll be like, I felt bad for Weeble Wobble because like low key, I don't know, his arms are definitely too short for his body. And so then I don't know if he just needs to lose weight right there underneath his arm so his arms can go down further, or like they just need to extend like grappers, like the grabbers for his arm, because he can't reach nothing. I feel sorry for his socks because he can't put some socks on.
I feel sorry for his ass because I don't think he can wipe that shit real good. Oh, that's too short. Like he got it. Like he can't.
Definitely has a bidet at home. He absolutely got to.
He has to have a bidet. If not, like he can't reach nothing. Like he has like almost like a power lifter's body but then he can't reach nothing besides like his nipples. It's crazy.
So all right. The men's rumble. Although a lot of it was predictable, a lot of it I ain't agree with. I actually like the fact that Rey Mysterio had a number and they chose the storyteller's route to show that Dominic jumped him and took his mask. I like that. It shows me that they are absolutely 100% sold on making you hate this motherfucker. Yeah. And I'm feeling it. I thought it was corny at first, but there was something that Dominic did that made me like him as a heel on that ramp. If you go back and watch it, he comes out with the mask, he's tearing it, and he realizes he can't rip it. So somebody was dangling a mask, so he takes it and just throws it.
I saw that.
The most petty shit I've ever seen, and I popped for it. I was like, he's getting it. Give Dominic like 6 more months. Maybe like 4. Give 4 to 6 more months for him to get coached on being a heel. We're gonna like Dominic.
I don't even have a problem with him as a heel. Like that's not the issue for me at all. Because like him as a heel is completely fine. To me, it just came off just a little bit flat. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I'll give you a good example. You know how Sprite's supposed to bite you in the fucking throat, right? Mm-hmm. Like this Sprite felt like a Sierra Mist where it tickled.
So was it that Rey Mysterio wasn't there that hit you flat?
No. It was just
because Rey Mysterio in the Royal Rumble hits me flat.
No, I don't. So Rey, give or take, doesn't really matter to me. Rey, you know what I'm saying? Like the only time Rey was ever really awesome, the most recent one is when he came back from being gone for like a couple years, and he was skinny Rey again. And then that was the last time I think he was really relevant in a Royal Rumble.
I can see that.
So, but as far as everything else, like, I mean, I just felt like it just fell a little short because like you didn't have anybody surprising come out. You didn't have anybody from NXT come out. You didn't have anybody, you know what I mean? Any surprise entrants besides like, and most of these you knew about 2/3 of the people that were going to be there because they had already announced it. They took away the mysterious part. Like, how with older wrestlers, and I appreciate Triple H for doing this, where the older wrestlers would fly into like a surrounding airport and then drive their ass there, and then like people would try to catch him. Like Kevin Nash had his hair dyed black, and then he was like, "Oh no, I'm here for a movie shoot. I'm not here for the Royal Rumble," and he's like 3 hours away. Like we understood that, but now they didn't have anybody that was like surrounding, like that was a surprise entrance. For real.
I'm perfectly fine with them just using a regular roster. I again, like watching these Royal Rumbles over the last 20 years, you get tired because Husky, you and I, when we did the last show, we said who was your X Factor, like who was your X Factor, who was your returning, and who was your Hollywood. Like the returning got to be like the old wrestler every time. Now, one wrestler I would have wanted to come back that didn't would have been Big E. I think Big E taking Rey Mysterio's place.
Pop. That would have been amazing.
Stupid pop.
Man, I just as much and granted though, if Big E would have came back, I ain't gonna lie, I would have wanted, I would have wanted Big E to win everything. To win everything, you know what I'm saying? So and like we on the and the only thing about this one, I really hated it was so predictable. That was my biggest thing with this one. Like, it was real predictable. And now, granted, I'm not gonna lie, the match that was put on after everybody was eliminated between Walter and Cody.
Talk about it, because I was unsure for a minute,
and I was like, hold up, is they gonna get one Walter? Like, they gonna get the Walter? And I'm like, and I haven't been watching him as long as you, but I've been a fan of him ever since he stepped on the scene at WWE UK. NXT UK and took the belt from Pete Dunne. He been like, oh, who is this guy? Let's watch. So
when he was beating the shit out of everybody,
I mean, everybody getting the power bomb, and I'm like, if they get this to Walter, bro, I'm gonna jump out my seat. Like, I had already picked Cody to win, but they get this to Walter, I'm gonna jump out my seat, because that's some shit. So, and then eventually Cody got the win. I was like, okay, but the match they put on was phenomenal, bro. Right. And the fact that hats off to goddamn Walter for this man came in. He was 1-1. Yeah, came in 1, stayed the entire match, and then put on another match after that,
bro. Like, grooming him to be champion. 100%.
I can see it. I'm with it.
I'm perfectly fine with him proving himself, because they're gonna reference this next year.
Because that's what they always do. They always make it where the person that was like the dark horse of that match, because that's what they did with Roman Reigns. They made it so that he was like, he took out like everybody last year, but then they didn't give it to him that year. They gave it to somebody else.
Yeah, and I'm with it, man. I think Walter's deserving. He's proven himself to be a draw.
He's got a fan base, and he makes me very, very proud as a big guy, because he cut like at least 70 to 80 pounds.
He did,
he got rid of everything. Like he had a gut, and then he didn't have a gut, and then all of a sudden he was doing everything that he needed to show that he was serious about his craft, and kudos to him on that.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the ring general, bro.
Man, I agree. It was one note I did. Shout out to I don't really like him. I don't really fuck with him like that. But the air collision they had between Ricochet and Logan Paul, that was a nice spot. That was a nice spot. That definitely was. I like when Cody came in, and Cody did something. He flipped in and rolled. I think he rolled. He rolled Austin Theory, and then Seth came out of nowhere, hit the curve stomp on him. I love how opportunistic Seth is with that, but just little spots like that.
And he was like, Austin Theory, you didn't think I forgot about you, did you?
Exactly. But
I just see that duo as the John Cena and Randy Orton, bro, for the next few years, bro. And unlike John Cena and Randy Orton, it's not gonna get boring.
Seth and Austin Theory.
Yeah, because Seth and Cody.
Okay.
They are great at being heels, and they're great at being faces. And
you can switch it all.
You can get so many dynamics. You can get heel, you can get face, and face for a title. That's gonna have you torn.
Oh yeah.
And they also Slayer mentality again versus let's put on the best match ever, made the best man win, bruh. Bruh, like that Ring of Honor handshake type match, bro. Come on, bro.
I like it when Cody he was in Ring of Honor, and he used to have the Ring of Honor diamond ring. He used to have people kiss it. Like he can be but that's the only thing, because Cody said he doesn't want to be a heel anymore. But I do want him to be. I want him to be a little bit of an asshole, man.
You gotta be. But yeah.
You can't be the American Nightmare and not have a heel run.
With a name like that, you cannot, you can't do it. But so I don't want to get stuck on just the men's, but I want my match rating for this. It was my match rating was a C plus.
Wow.
I was gonna give it a B because that like I said the match Walter and Cody put on, that right there boosted it up to a C plus or a B for me. Right. That, but I really, I told you it was just, they had some nice spots, but I think they missed a lot of things that could have been. I think they missed some things, and they really just kind of. Now the one thing I will say, I'm tired. Like I may just be a Brock hater, but I'm tired of Brock. Like he came in, he got eliminated, he gonna throw a goddamn tantrum. I'm tired of this shit. We're gonna say, take your big ass to the back. Like I'm tired of this shit. If I go get that damn cattle prod and take your ass out.
Again, they needed to further that storyline. They did. Niggas are fucking each other over.
They did.
It's gonna blow up. They just like, hey, this is the match, but don't forget about this nigga. He's still a problem.
Yeah,
but he still got it out for this nigga. So I like that.
I let it go, and I thought about it because what you said earlier, it made me think about it. Like I don't like this, but I know they're building for something. That's what I said. I'm gonna give it time. I'm gonna let them keep working, and hopefully it's gonna pay off to a nice, good ass match. So, but yeah,
I'm gonna disagree with you, man. Though, because like it was nice to see Brock just now. It probably was one of the easiest paydays that Brock ever had, just to be able to like suplex 3 or 4 people and then just get clotheslined out the ring. I like the fact that they're making him more vulnerable. So like the last time. They had him booked super like strong, where like it took like the whole when he was taking on like all of the men's roster when he was doing the Royal Rumble like 2 or 3 years ago, and then you know what I mean. Ricochet had to cheap shot him in the nuts, and then after that, Drew had to then Claymore kick him out. Yeah. Now he just got beat up by Bobby Lashley, and I think that's a good job of making Bobby look really good too.
Yeah. I digress. You guys made valid points. I roll with y'all on that. So,
speaking of rolling with stuff, I don't know if y'all know this. We have actually a WWE Attitude shirt, where it is actually on theblurredsyndicate.com. All you have to do is just go, and we'll use Sir's favorite code LLC20. You get 20% off. So, this is a dope ass shirt. It's got everybody, including all your Attitude people. They even have Ken Shamrock on there. I don't know.
Is that Ken Shamrock?
Ken Shamrock in there.
Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up.
So just check out the shirt. That's all I'm saying.
Man. So my rating for the Rumble is a little bit higher. I gave it a B plus. The reason being, it was so many different matchups that I got in there that I wanted. Gunther and Sheamus, and The Miz, Johnny Gargano versus the World, Santos Escobar. As much as he didn't get interaction like I wanted, I want to see him go against somebody that's a powerhouse. And I thought about this. Santos Escobar will probably have a really great match with Montez Ford. Because they're both about the same height and got the same kind of style of power mixed with speed. We also got Bobby Lashley feuding with big homie Brock. Yeah. We got Dominic Mysterio being a chicken shit but manipulator / wrestler because he still got some offense in the match.
Yeah.
Damian Priest came into the game beating the fuck. Did y'all really pay attention how Damian Priest came in?
That's the one thing I think is holding Damian Priest back. It's not like that faction's not really doing anything for him. You know what I'm saying? I
agree. Because he came in batting niggas.
And I think he would honestly have a better time if he was by himself. You know what I'm saying? Say for instance, Edge breaks the group up at WrestleMania and he starts to do his own thing again. I think that would be dope.
Sure. We got Austin Theory getting a whole bunch of good offense in, almost under the tutelage of the Hurt Business. We got to see how scary he can be.
Yeah, I give you.
You know what I'm saying? So while they're throwing pieces for the Hurt Business to come back together, they're showing you, hey, this one pivotal feature could be our main force for the Hurt Business. I like that. I didn't like Braun Strowman in the match. Sorry, not sorry. Ricochet.
Hey, the missus said that Omos looks like an earthbender.
I'm not gonna get into that because he's Nigerian. Ricochet's spot was cool, but I want Ricochet to become a heel. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Logan Paul is a great wrestler. I hate him as a person and a YouTuber, but he's a great wrestler.
I think
he has some skills. He does.
I think he does definitely have some skills. He's just athletic as fuck. But then also the fact that they put him with people that are not going to let him fail. You know what I'm saying? Like, so then Miz has always made people look good. You know, Roman Reigns, he's at a point where, you know, it's not hard to make him look good just by selling some of his punches. And then now they're setting it up, it looks like, to make him look like he's fighting Seth coming up. And so I think they do a good job of letting him grow at his own pace without having to be every day, kind of like what they did with Ronda Rousey, where she was on there every day and we just got to see her flaws more and more every time that she wrestled.
Because she just couldn't transition into wrestling well. Mm-hmm. Now I when I say he's a great wrestler, I mean more than in the ring. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's little tiny shit that Logan does that makes me like and dislike him, thus having a reaction. Mm-hmm. It's the shit he says during the match that makes me like him more. It's the arrogance, it's the facial expressions, it's the fuck what him and Ricochet actually did. It was the conversation between both of them before it happened that made it great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you want to do this? Oh, you want to do this? Like it didn't feel like it was on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I see that.
It was like, let's have fun. And I think they do a really good job of communicating and calling spots. What up,
Fluffy?
What up, Fluffy?
What's going on, Fluffy?
Chris in the building. Chris was my old roommate. Man, we used to watch wrestling all the time. And be like, and we have these same conversations. We're going to have you on, Chris, one time.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, overall, I gave the Rumble, the men's Rumble, a B+ because it was like the goddamn Marvel's multiverse. I got a peek at phase 5 and 6 of what's about to go on in WWE coming up here in the next few pay-per-views, man.
Okay.
I gave it a B. I felt like it was predictable in certain instances. I know that it felt like it was moving storylines for other people. And so I was like, oh, okay, cool. You know what I mean? I wish that there were just some one-off people minus Booker T, because his old ass and God, like his locks are hella long now. Like his are down to damn near his ass, and he's 6'4". So it was a lot of locks there. And so it was cool. I just would like to see other things from there.
Respect.
Chris said B+ for sure.
Question. Mm-hmm. So for the past 2 years, he done botched it. So should Kofi just stop trying to do the
It's over.
Okay.
It's over.
Yeah.
Hang it up, Kofi. You can gracefully bow out the Royal Rumble now, bro. Yeah, I'm serious. I'm dead ass. I ain't even talking about for the sake of him fucking up the spot that he does. Yeah. I mean, it's time for people that can actually pull off stuff. I'm tired of the New Day doing the same old thing every time Xavier Woods and Kofi get together in the ring. Let's fake like we're gonna get it in. Let's do one move and no, I save you and I'm gonna pat you on the butt. No, man, I want to see what y'all can do, bro. Everybody knows brothers fight best. Like, the best storylines come from people who have an actual relationship outside the ring.
Sure.
And I feel like if they was to actually have a storyline written with some vitriol, that they could really set the world on fire. And this cute shit, New Day started this shit, 2014, 2015?
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, like, this shit's old, bro. It's stale. Give me
I don't know. I don't know if they waiting for Big E to come back before they move, because right now they the NXT champs. They got a match Saturday, in like a fatal 4-way for the belts or whatever. But I'm like,
right.
I don't know if they like I said, I don't know if they just waiting for Big E to come back before they hype it up or get going with it. But
I want them to be able to do more, or to have more change in their dynamic, because here's my thing. Like they've been so stagnant, like, you know what I mean, after they became faces that one time and everybody got in on the joke, they haven't really adapted since then. Like, even when what was it was Brody Lee and Rowan, and I forget what their names were, but it was whack.
Legend Brothers.
Yeah. Like even then they were like, we're positively getting our ass whooped, but it's we're gonna win from this point, and it wasn't like that, man. Like at some point you got to get tired of being tired and tired of being hopeful. Like, we're not no wish dragons, we're not no dogs. Like that's all.
Hey, look! I stopped throwing shots at my boy.
Listen, his only power. Hold on.
The luck dragon in the first off. Anyway,
the luck dragon does not breathe fire, does not do anything but give like moments of positivity. So he essentially is just a
member of the New Day.
Yeah, he's a member of the New Day. And so I keep telling. So like, that's the only thing. He's a motivational speaker. That's what that dragon is. That looks like a dog.
Man,
you can do it. Can you help me? You can do it.
Hey man, Falco saved Atreyu's life.
But tell him you can do it.
Anyway.
I'm sorry.
So we'll move on, man. So the next match, they had the Mountain Dew, what was it, blackout match or whatever, with Bray versus LA Knight.
I didn't see it. So
it reminded me of Cosmic Bowling.
Boy, you hit the nail on the motherfucking head. That's exactly what the fuck it was. Cosmic Bowling, or if you've been to a strip club in the last 10 years with neon paint somewhere.
Yep, that's basically what it was. That's basically what it was, man. I thought the match was, it was a C for me. I mean, ain't no real takeaways. I don't think I was like, shit, would you? I don't know if I was just irritated from the jump, but like all this shit they had. So they broke the announcers this, and they had all that little confetti, green confetti. I guess they needed it for the effects, but the green confetti shit was out on the ground or whatever. It popped out of this when he broke it. It was just a lot of unnecessary stuff in that match. Fast forward to the end. I don't know if he was trying or supposed to hit him or land on him, but they botched that jump.
Yeah, they missed.
Yeah, Uncle Howdy missed completely.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't know about y'all, but they botched that entire camera angle because I did not know what the fuck I was looking at. I was like, it's just dust up there. And then I saw the cape move a little bit. I'm like, oh, there's somebody up there, but I couldn't see it in the fog and shit.
Yeah,
so,
I saw the little highlights where he jumped. It just looked like a really bad camera angle. You know what I mean? Where they were trying to make it look like they were coming up, but they didn't do a really good job of it.
And I am anti corporate matches. So stop selling matches to companies, because the instant you do it, I ain't invested in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mountain Dew presents.
And I was like, and then they kept what made it so bad for on that Uncle Howdy jump or dive or whatever. They kept replaying it, so you clearly see him, LA Knight right here, and he hit like this. Maybe he landed on LA Knight's arm with his leg or something. But that was it. Like, I'm like, really, y'all stop replaying this, bro. Y'all can't see he missed him, because we can see it on the HD. Yeah. Back in the day when we had just 720, you know what I'm saying? You can get away with stuff. We got HD and 4K and stuff like this in that area. I see, but I can see the smudge in your boot. Stop! Don't replay nobody else.
It was definitely a swing and a miss.
It was.
Yeah, it was like he went for the coffin drop that Darby Allin does.
Yeah, because he did fall kind of awkward. I was like, why he fell like that? But
It would have been badass if it had stuck though.
I agree. So we got that. Oh, anybody? Like I said, I gave it a C. Anybody else?
C.
Yeah. Did you? Why I say
it was cool.
It was. So the next match we had was Bianca and Alexa. Any takeaways from this match?
I was bored. I ain't gonna lie. It wasn't that it was a bad match. It was just a bad match up. I don't want to see Alexa Bliss versus Bianca Belair.
I didn't. Yeah, it was a C. That's about all I can say because it was
a D. I didn't feel like I wasn't invested enough to believe that she could win, unless Uncle Howdy got involved.
So what do people say? It wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. Mm-hmm. It didn't give any of it. None. I was like, I never thought that Bianca was gonna lose the title.
You know who would be a good matchup though? Now that I think about it, Bianca versus Nia Jax. Because I think Bianca would have to, she'd have to really throw some heat behind them things, and she's not gonna get that KOD. She's gonna have to come up with something else because you ain't getting her up.
Wait. Let's talk about this. So we'll discuss because I guess we can move on. So
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you good. We got the Women's Royal Rumble. Takeaways.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. So this is what happened when you do too much NXT. I'm sorry, way too much NXT women in this match. Yeah,
I don't think so, man. Like I liked.
Hold on. Let me give it. It was because the ratio was way off, and I got the list right here.
Okay, it
was so many NXT women that did not get enough time to sell themselves to the crowd. They were fodder. I'm never with that. I would much rather you not be in the match. Like, goddamn, what's her name? The baby from Hit Row. Baby, why was you in that match?
B-Fab should have stayed.
Why was you in that match?
And Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green. Why was you in that match? Baby, why was you in that match? Why in the hell did Dana Brooke get more of a chance at offense than Chelsea Green? Bruh. Come on, bruh. Why? How in the hell does what's her name? Lacey Evans look more of a badass than Zoe Starks? Like, come on, bro. Like, this shit was way like if you're gonna do that to them girls, don't even bring them out, bro. And Dana Brooke is trash. She had to do her signature and finishers twice in the match. That's a sign that you've been in the match too long, bro. Fuck Dana Brooke, bro. She trash. I'm sorry. Dana Brooke is ass.
So,
yes.
So, I thought the woman was alright, man. They I like. So I know you didn't say it was too much NXT, but the ones that we did get, like, got a little bit of pop. Roxanne Perez,
that was cool.
Came in. She got a nice little pop. The I guess not the celebrity, but a wild card like that. I guess the throwback person, Michelle McCool. That was kind of like really.
She's there. She's been there for like the last 3 or 4 years. Boo.
I was like,
I mean, it's Undertaker's wife, and she's from Texas. That's the only reason.
Yeah. They bought out what's her name? What's the Michelle, is it Michelle? Whatever. Raquel. She did. Her and who? Somebody went at it. I can't remember. Somebody. Her. Somebody went like kind of bumped.
Her.
Tamina. Tamina.
Can we call Mia Yim again? I don't like this Me Chin shit. I was like, who?
Yeah, that's why they was like, who? Then it's like Mia Yim, and okay, it's Mia.
And she didn't do nothing in the match.
No, she didn't. So everybody, a couple people had some nice spots, but I really think Rhea shined in this thing. Like Rhea earned her basically her this match. Like, she earned everything from this match, bro. She started from the beginning, always made it through the end or whatever. But like she had a couple of nice spots throughout this whole thing or whatever the case may be. Like then like I know she's the botch queen, but I love Nia Jax. Like I love Nia Jax. Anyway, the fact that Rhea, she couldn't completely do the move, but she did enough of it to get her down, and everybody kind of gained her, tossed her ass out the ring or whatever the case may be. But I was just glad to see Nia back in there. But like I said, I think this was just, it was basically, this was Rhea's not coming out party, but just like Rhea just like this basically, this gonna be this
here she comes.
Like it was her reward, because like let's be honest, she has been carrying Retribution or Judgment Day for a little bit, and so that was one thing. The other part was, you know what I mean. She had an awesome outing last year at the Royal Rumble. Her and Bianca. So like it was really, really cool to see them do that. I'm gonna call her by her WWE name, even though they changed it. Doudrop came back.
They gave Piper Niven. Let's go.
Yeah, and so then also, man, so here's what I really like about the women's Royal Rumble versus everybody else's is that it was, or versus the men's, like there's everybody else and there's more than just men's. So the thing I really enjoyed about it was like there were surprises, like, you know, Doudrop coming back, Nia Jax, just even some of the people.
Shit up.
Yeah, she was not coming back, that was really, really dope that she came back from that point. And the fact that like there were more people that were there, like the fact that Damage Control was whooping the shit out of people for a little bit.
Yeah, we had Dark Oscar basically.
Yeah,
so, you know what I'm saying.
And that was like another character within itself that just debuted at Royal Rumble. Mm-hmm. So like I felt like there was a lot of stuff that paid off more than what you had for the men's Royal Rumble. Like there wasn't any really surprises for the men's versus the women's. You had 3 or 4 people. You had NXT people. You had all these things. Now I mind you, I understand, and I'm so glad that it wasn't like a whole like old, you know, superstars, former, you know, WrestleMania, you know, Hall of Famers in there, because I hate it when they have like, when you have Lita, Trish, I get mad when they bring out Kelly because Kelly really didn't do shit. Her and Tori Wilson and Stacy Keibler. If any one of those 3 come near a ring, I get upset, because then I feel like you're just slapping me in the face. You're like, hey, remember we had these chauvinistic people that used to run the company, and they were the queens of the lingerie matches and the pillow fights. You know what I mean? But that I thought it was a little bit better.
I roll with you. Like I said, I gave the women's my match rating was a B for it, but I really like I said, I really like some of the stuff they could have did. They could have did some better with some of the NXT women. Like I said, Zoe did come in. You know, she lasted for a good little while. That was my wild card for this, man. I was hoping she was going to do a little bit more, but she lasted for a good little while, man. I like the back and forth between. I like how it ended with Rhea, Asuka, and Liv going you know, basically going at it, man. I was like, okay. Like I knew Rhea was gonna win, but it was like okay, all right. Like, somebody, you gonna knock off? No, like okay. So I was fairly entertained by that, man. So I like I said, I gave it a B. I liked it a little bit more than the men's, just for some stuff that Wyatt was saying. But yeah, it was good, man. Like I said, Rhea deserved it. Rhea did a thing.
Yeah. She definitely did. I scored it the same thing. I scored the men's, which was like a B+. I was thoroughly surprised that Liv Morgan, because the whole time Liv was there, I was trying to explain to my girl how Liv is like trying to find herself a little bit still. Yeah. And I was thoroughly impressed with her performance. I ain't even gonna lie. Even that the last 3 minutes Like they had me caring for her well-being in this match. It was like, yo, damn, she's the underdog. She's really lasted this long against these two monsters.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And she's hanging in there. Like, yeah. And Asuka's bae. Like, I don't give a fuck nobody say. I'm always gonna root for Asuka. That's my girl.
I'm with it. Her. One of the things I did. One of the kind of things I really wish they would do, or someone who had more impact, a little bit better. They need to kind of like Johnny Gargano's wife, Candice LeRae.
Candice LeRae.
She needs some more shine, bro. Like Candice can go, give an opportunity. I just wish I don't know. I don't really have a problem with her gimmick. I just wish they would give her a little bit more shine in the women's division. I don't know if you guys saw already. Well, Rhea chose who she chose to go after for her
pick. Charlotte.
Yeah, she chose Charlotte. She's going after Charlotte.
I'm shocked.
I'm not gonna say I'm shocked. It was I wouldn't mind seeing her go after her and Bianca Bill, but I think this kind of goes back to what happened a few years ago with her and Charlotte, and she's seeking redemption. Like she about to give Charlotte all everything. So yeah. But any last comments before we move on to the final match of the evening?
Yeah. I think Raquel should have won, right? So then she could have been able, because Raquel is, or at least have more eliminations, because like then it would have been something where she's like the Texas girl, then also she's been the up and comer, because you need somebody. This is to me the Royal Rumble is a time where you grow the people that you need. So that's one of the things that I think would have been good. But you know what I mean? She did all right, and she still slammed some folks with her brutish strength, excuse me. So
her and Braun together.
Yeah. They're gonna make some horrendous monster creatures. They'll come out
on that, bro. I don't see that.
The baby will come out 6'6". When that helps.
That baby gonna come out and be like, that's his wine.
All right, so we got the final match of the evening. Put Undisputed Belt, Roman versus KO, bro. Which
so let me say this, because I got a bone to pick with people. Look, okay. I know we're in the age of social media. I know our attention span are here, and here. But if you didn't watch this motherfucking match from start to finish, I do not want to hear your opinion on it. If you watch the highlights on it, that is not the same as watching this match, bro. This match had so much acting in it, bro. Like for real, dog. Like I know everybody know it's a work, but bro, come on, bro. I ain't gonna lie. The match was shorter than what you think it was, but the after match antics was longer than it and more impactful, bro. I agree with Chris. A+.
I'm with you. I gave.
If I was Dave Meltzer, 5 stars.
5 stars. I just wanted to speak on, because I didn't get to talk about this last time. I just want to speak on the fact that there was so much acting, so much story that goes into this. Like, if you think about, this has been going on for like
a year.
Yeah, since like Money in the Bank last year or something like that, where Sami Zayn was like, I'm trying to be a part of the bloodline, and I'm gonna win this title so I can, or this Money in the Bank, so nobody can cash it in on you, Roman, and I'll just let it do this. He's been trying to get and Chris, you bring up a really good point. Like, you knew the finish, but you were like, how are you going to get to the finish? And like, what is it going to happen? And like, who's going to turn on who? Because everything has been teased so much, and everything works in the way that it was. Because like, there was times where Sami, you know, at one point you thought Sami was going to mess it up, like kind of like how Paul Heyman messed up with when it was Roman Reigns versus Brock. He was like, oh, he gonna mess up, throw the chair in there. Kevin Owens gonna get it. Then they're gonna beat his ass. Then all the rest of this stuff goes on. And then the finite stuff that makes it like that, when Roman slammed Kevin's ass into the stairs, that shit, I was like,
that was a hell of a spot, boy.
Bruh, I was
Twice.
like, ooh.
That was a hell of a
Ooh.
spot twice.
I was like, because you can't really brace for it, and he didn't really he didn't get his hands behind his head.
No,
so the only thing he did was move his head, tuck his head right there.
Yeah, he tucked it in. Yeah.
Look, I saw the fat part of his neck and head.
Yeah,
it hit this step.
Yes, hot dog right there.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
That's so accurate. That's so fucked up, but so accurate.
So yeah, man, he was getting, and then it was just so much, man, and I loved all of it because then after that, like, you felt for Sammy, you felt for them, you know what I mean? Because Sammy was like, I told you, you told me not to do nothing. He's like, I'm gonna sit here and do nothing.
Like, why that part right there? When Roman was like, get a chair, he was like, wait, what? You told me not to, because this whole time Sammy been getting in trouble for doing what he thought was right without you asking him to. But now you're asking him to, he's conflicted. So he's like, what do I do?
He's like, yeah. And Chris, man, Jay's part was the part that like no one I thought saw coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, because it's go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The fact that he, like, during the time right after Sammy hit him with the chair, the only person he looked at was Jay, and he was like, I'm sorry. He's like, I'm sorry. He threw that, he threw down the chair, so he wasn't even gonna fight them. The fact and that he was just like, I'm sorry. Listen, you know what I mean? I just couldn't do it anymore.
Yep.
Bro,
I couldn't help it.
And it was like he's like Chris just said, how Jay walked away at the end. Like, Jay did not believe this man was, whatever. Jay was the hardest person. He was the only one, the last one to get on his side. And Jimmy was all in. Then all of a sudden, Roman say, after he hit Roman, Jimmy was the first ones to jump on, whatever the case may be. Jay was like, like, bro, I'm with, like, I'm invested in this man. I'm all for him now. Like, you can't just turn it around now, bro. Like that. I can't wait to see what they gonna do going forward. But man, this was just
this continued on Instagram because he posted a picture of that moment and said, I'm out. And then in his stories, he posted a picture of him and then a picture of Roman and said, run it back.
I saw that.
Bruh, I'm like, come on, bruh. This is grade A storytelling.
Low key, the MVP of the whole pandemic era had to be Jay, because when Jimmy was injured and Jay stood up and then that's how the whole bloodline started, man. Because it was, man, and it was so good because you had never seen them fight each other. Like anytime like they had something, even in Survivor Series where like one of them would run in, I remember the Shield was beating the shit out of SmackDown, and then the Usos came in and Roman stopped and he was like, oh shit, these are my cousins, like I can't hit them. And then after that they got to get jumped by other Raw people because he was like, these are my cousins. Like they had never raised hands to each other until this point.
Bruh, this man, it's
like really good storylines. Like
it is so good.
I feel like I'm in a, like, you know how old people would talk about their stories like this, and they'd be like, well, Victor did this and this and that. That's how I feel right now, because you'd be like, but then all this other stuff, and then you're trying to explain to somebody how like 7-8 months of story has gone on, and even with everything that happens like that, man, it makes it so good for a story.
You can tell that Sammy legitimately believed in Roman with the key phrase is, this is beneath you. Like that was his warning.
Yes.
Like that was the thing. He was like, all right, you're about to sink to a level where I morally can't, if you go with this, it's over, bruh. And when he got behind him, just him shuffling and the crowd recognizing, like positioning behind him, bruh.
Yeah.
And then did you see how he fell? Like he fell when he got hit by Seth Rollins from when he was like stunned. He was like, no, not again. Yeah. He gave him this face.
Even Jimmy swinging on like Kevin was like, that ain't your brother, I'm your brother. And like, bro, come on, man. come on, man. Like,
but I made me go back and rewatch this again, just cause, bro. Like,
the snap was and the snap was like, it was funny too, because Roman was like, you know, when you in the ring with us, this is your ring. He was like, you want to go back to doing that jackass shit? I was like, you call it personal feelings, and he was proud of that match. But like, it brings up points, man. Like, and this is the thing. Do y'all think it's going to be Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn at WrestleMania? Like, is Roman going to have 2 matches?
I think he will have 2 matches, but I think it's going to be Roman versus Sami at Elimination Chamber. I think Roman will have 2 matches there. I think he will drop a belt there. I don't know which, but I think it's going to go and split from there. That's me. Because I feel like they expect you to expect him to have 2 matches at WrestleMania. And that's not going to benefit the victor of the person from the second night, because it's always going to be an asterisk of, well, Roman just had a hellacious match the night before. There's no way he's good enough to compete again, you know? So
here's what I think would happen then. I think the first match will be Cody versus Roman. And then the second night will be Roman versus Sami. Roman will lose the first match, and he'll have 1 belt. And so then it'll stack everything against Roman in that one. And then after that, he'll have to come out or to either show out and either have somebody come out there to help him, or he'll just have to beat his ass like Mercifulness and just call it a day from there. And then after that, you still got to be able to acknowledge him, because Roman's not dropping both belts. But he can drop 1. And if he drops 1 on the first night, then that puts more pressure on him to have it on there. And then that also makes people want to go behind Sami that much more. So then, oh my God, Sami has an opportunity to do it.
Yeah. Either that or Sami wins at Elimination Chamber and pins Roman. And it's like, yo, oh no. That's a bunch of that. Ooh.
Because then after that, you think about because they started making up a point of saying like Roman Reigns hasn't been pinned in 800 days or whatever. So then after that, you can go from being like, is Roman Reigns hasn't been pinned in 800 days? Is he going to be pinned twice in less than 24 hours?
I can see it.
Interesting.
It's what they've been doing with. I got complete faith in what they're doing, bro. Like I'm just at this point, like they with this whole bloodline, Sami K, all this stuff that they've been building and putting together, and then the fact that now you got to worry about Jay on the outside of the group.
Appreciate you, Chris.
So you looking at KO, Sami, and Jay maybe teaming up, maybe together. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of ways they can work this, bro. I'm ready to see. And then Elimination Chamber is literally 2 weeks away. Not this weekend. Next weekend is Elimination Chamber.
Damn,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yep.
Hit the gas.
So that lets you know, because WrestleMania is normally in March. So with us having Elimination Chamber so early in February, and I understand why, you got Super Bowl and NBA All-Star Weekend in February. You can go ahead and get it out the way, but that's gonna leave that build up to where WrestleMania is either middle of March, first part of April, and it's a 2-night. I forgot the exact date. If somebody can look at them and tell me, but that build up from Elimination Chamber all the way to WrestleMania, the weeks in between.
Saturday, April the 1st and the 2nd.
There you go. So that's basically almost 2 months between
62 days.
Yeah.
Between now and
60 now, ain't it? I don't know. My math ain't the greatest, but I'm ready.
I'm ready, bro. It's gonna be good, bro. I'm ready to see what they're gonna do, man. I'm like I said, I'm excited. I'm literally excited for what they're gonna pull out.
I believe that this is starting to get like the storyline has actually got to be something that like we haven't seen in almost 20 years, where like we don't know which way it's going to go, and we don't know how we're going to get there. And I think that's so refreshing because now you have a reason to really look forward to it. Because shout out to Sami Zayn as well, because I don't think this storyline would have gone as far as it went without Sami being the person that he is. And I think a part of that is just him being true to himself. You know what I mean? Him being able to be the person that can be laughed at. Like he reminds me of Kurt Angle a whole lot, where Kurt Angle could be made fun of, but then also that you still had to respect the fact that he could still beat your ass. Right. And Sami may not get that same. He may not beat your ass, but like I feel like we get that old NXT Sami, which was dangerous. Because when he didn't have nothing to lose, where he was like, if I lose another match, I'll be done here at NXT. I'm coming for that title. Bruh. And that was where he was at.
I went and watched Sami NXT match. I went and watched his match between him and Shinsuke Nakamura. And bro, that match is phenomenal, bro.
Bro, seeing that NXT had not seen Shinsuke have a match and the chemistry they had, that's still my favorite Shinsuke match in WWE, period. And that was his first match in WWE.
It was. That's crazy. It made so bad. His music started playing. People knew his music and stuff. Like he got people knew who he was or whatever. But it was like the fact they get in the match and they go, when they go, I was like, oh.
And I need that Shinsuke to return.
Bruh.
I need my King of Strong Style to return.
Low-key, I want him to win a title, if not this year, next year. Like he has to be able to win.
Rose versus Shinsuke. Oh, give me that. Give me that. Give me that. America versus Japan. Give me that. Give me that.
Bruh.
We both come from New Japan. We both trekked back and forth. Give me that.
Ooh.
Walter and Shinsuke. Yeah, I take that. You talking about stiff, strong style match? Let's go. Let's go.
I'm with
it. Let's go. Let's go. That's an intercontinental match right there. Let's go.
Yes, it is.
I want it to be like a world title match, man. I wanted to give it to like Walter. You know what I'm saying? Just have Walter just run shit for a little bit. Because I think the reason why they put Roman in the position that they did was because Vince didn't trust anybody else. And so then Vince was like, I know Roman's good, but now that they have these people and Triple H has really built folks up, like Cody is definitely going to be the face of the WWE here in a little bit because he already dresses, he already speaks, he's very personable. You know what I mean? Like Roman had to learn those skills. Cody was just like that in the first place. Like he'll talk to anybody, and be really nice to anybody no matter what. But now that they have other people that they can be able to put in front of the spotlight, they can't tell them nothing.
Yeah.
And I don't want the part-timers to ever have titles anymore.
Me either.
They have enough people on their roster that they shouldn't have to do that ever again, bro. Like, and if you don't, or if you feel like you're starting to lose, start building other people. It's talent coming in and out of that place, bro. Like, you just do the right thing and build that talent up. Let them start at NXT, get that going. Don't rush them to the main roster. Let them work at NXT. Let them build they legend up down there before they move to the main roster, man. But like, I totally agree with that. They don't put no title on no part-timer ever again. So let me ask, I know before we get ready to Chris said
the big boys will toss quickly. Yeah, man, they got him the fuck out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But before we go, so just one takeaway. What was two things? What was your biggest disappointment from the Rumble? And what was one thing you wanted to happen that didn't happen, basically? Or what was one person you was looking to see maybe they didn't show up or something like that?
Definitely Big E. And
has he been cleared?
I don't think he has.
Not yet.
He's better, but he has. I don't think he's been officially cleared by doctors to come back to compete.
And he's lost a lot of weight. Because I watched the interview he did like about 3 weeks ago, and he looked like he used to be around the 280 mark. Big E looked like he probably about a strong 230, 240.
Oh wow.
He's lost a lot of weight. And you know, the first places you see it is like in the neck area, like it looks slimmer. Yeah. He's lost
and that's
weight.
the hardest place to lose weight, to be honest with you, because your neck just stayed neck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't really do too many neck exercises to be like, oh, let me get these veins popping on this neck.
Yeah.
There's only so much of that you can do, Jay. And then after that, you're like, I'm doing too much of this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be a bang bro. But yeah, my disappointment was Big E. I would have liked to see Big E take Rey Mysterio's spot. Overall disappointment. Dana Brooke, don't put Dana Brooke in that goddamn Royal Rumble no more. I don't want to see her ass out there no more, bro. No more.
Yes. All right. Why you got anyone? You got any?
I'm gonna say this. I think Nia Jax is my disappointment, just because she been gone for like a year and a half and she still don't know how to wrestle. Like you figure at that time, if she was really interested in that, like she would have been able to work on something. You know what I mean? She looked the exact same, like no lost weight, no different hairstyle, no nothing like that. She came back the same OG. Yeah, I just wish she would have done something. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, I love Nia, but like you can't. It can't be like it's her size, because you look at Piper Niven, like you know what I'm saying. So I don't know what it is, but anyway, I would say my biggest maybe disappointment. I'm trying to think, man. Maybe the fact that, like, I ain't gonna say it wasn't the biggest disappointment, but I really do wish with Sir. Like I said, I wish Big E would have been there. Just something they could have definitely done without would have been Booker T not being in. We didn't need Booker T. One surprise I wish we would have got though, man, because like I said, I don't know. I know his contract ends or has ended or either ending. What I mentioned to you, sir. I'm surprised if Jay White would have showed up, bruh. Like, cause his contract with New Japan, and you know he dropped the belt at Wrestle Kingdom, and his contract is ending. I don't know if it ended this month or ends starting like in February or something like that. But his contract is in there. Like, it would have been nice to have him show up, bruh. Show up in WWE. I don't
want him to go to AEW. I really don't want him to go there. It's too many. It's all the Bullet Club is there or a Ring of Honor. It's saturated as hell, bro.
I'm with you, and I was just about to say that I don't want him to go to AEW. I let him come over to WWE. I heard Ricky Starks was backstage with Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, but that's his protege. Like, man, he does a really good job. That was a person that he really worked with. Like to get stuff together. I just laugh because I feel like when it comes to this stuff, Tony Khan's got to be kicking himself. You know what I'm saying? Because he had fucking Cody Rhodes, and then look at him now.
Yeah.
I'll say this about that. You don't want to be the guy who's the alternative, but seen as being just as vindictive as Vince.
Yeah.
So I understand he's in a tough spot, you know what I'm saying, by feeling that way about Cody, but it would be so much worse if it got word around like how beloved Cody is. If Cody was like, nah, I don't fuck with Tony, he tried to fuck me over and tried to keep me where I wasn't happy. You know?
Yeah.
Because that wouldn't be a good look. That would not be a great look. And to be honest with you, everybody who's worked with Triple H is slowly trying to make their ass back, you know, trying to come home.
Bruh. Cause man, if Vince would have never stepped in and messed up NXT or whatever, or tried to take over, like Adam Cole wouldn't have left. Adam Cole wouldn't have left to
I think he's gonna come back, bro.
Bruh. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. I don't know if it's gonna be this year. Like,
Dragon need to come on back, bro.
Oh no, he signed his contract isn't over until 2027.
Adam Cole.
Adam Cole. Tony locked his ass down.
Hold him. But as for that release, because everybody finna find out where they stand next year when MJF starts getting offers.
Yes, because MJF his contract is up next year.
January 1st, apparently.
Niggas is finna find out where they stand. Wow, get ready for a bunch of requests for release. Watch. I'm so late. We're at the end, Buck. God damn.
Oh man, that's gonna be because I would love to see MJF
it's okay. Can't shake it.
No, he definitely. You could tell, bro. I love watching Tony Khan talk because I can see the dopamine coursing through his veins, bro.
The booger sugar. He'd be like, this is where I can.
Like, why are you so animated, bro?
He ask you how you feel. He'd be like, I'm just
so excited
about GTV, bro. I'll say this too. Tony Storm need to come back,
bro.
Nah, she just signed. She just
signed. I know it. Certain people just ain't doing well over there. I know Athena just won the ROH title from Mercedes Martinez. The match was average, but Ember Moon needs to come back. If Aleister Black is happy over there, more power to him. But I think he was a way doper character over here.
I agree. Quick shout out to Zelina Vega coming back as a cosplaying as a.
That shit was ass, and you know that shit was ass, bro.
Yeah, but she come out there. I look forward to her cosplay. She come out there.
That and again, there's a difference between cosplay and shilling. She was shilling, bro.
I get that.
Capcom got her to do stupid stuff. It's one thing to be dressed up in a theme. It's another thing to just, bro. She did the finisher from Street Fighter 5.
She did.
Come on, bro. They kill me with this shit. That be making me feel stupid, bro, because I'm a Street Fighter fan, and now I gotta explain this shit. Wrestling already fake. Now I gotta explain why fake is imitating fake. Making it hard, bro. Y'all are really making this shit fucking hard.
I do like her cosplays when she does it with her ring attire. Like
it gotta be subtle, bro. It gotta be is that?
Oh, we forgot the biggest one. The biggest disappointment was Trinity or Naomi didn't come back. Like I was hoping she was gonna come back. But it was no such luck. Damn, that just sucks. She said I'm out. She's just chilling there. So AEW's got entirely too many people.
They got too many. Can I be honest?
Go ahead.
AEW has too many people, and none of them are interesting. Not none of them. They got too many people, and 8 of them are interesting. It's so many bland. It feels like you remember how WCW had like this huge roster, and nobody was cool. That's how I feel about AEW's roster, bro. What's the scissoring niggas?
The Acclaim.
Acclaim.
Okay, I get that everybody thinks that's cool, but I'm an adult, so that shit feels childish to me.
Yeah, don't catch me on the street and be like, bro, what's up? No, don't.
Like that's yes, bro. It's lame to me, bro. And it's Private Party should have been groomed as the next leaders of the tag team division.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I know not Isaiah. What's the other one? The other one's hurt right now.
Oh, you talking about? I can't think of his name.
Can't think of his name, but the dark skin one, he's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no reason they signed Private Party because the Young Bucks picked them personally. There's no reason why they not.
But here's the thing: I've heard that the Young Bucks help keep a lot of the talent down. You know what I'm saying? When they had an opportunity to. Right. I think now Tony is just like, I'm gonna run stuff by myself, which, you know, when you got a cokehead running shit, you can't really, you know, it's not that whole defendable. But like, that's the reason why we never got another Mark Quinn.
Quinn.
Yeah. So like, that was the reason why we never got another, you know, FTR versus Young Bucks again. And that's why we never got, you know what I mean, stuff like that. Like, there's
what they said.
Ooh, because their contract is up, and they said I think they're gonna be like on the indie circuit for like a year or so.
You got to watch his podcast, bro, because he said officially, he's like, I talked to Tony Khan.
Mm-hmm.
We got like 3 months left, and we asked to take off. Tony granted us that. Where we go from there, we'll let you know. Bruh, them niggas is going back home.
Please.
Them niggas
I love them when they was in
WWE, bruh. Bruh, they done it all. They just had the best tag team match in history against the Briscoes. And Jay Briscoe's dead, God bless the dead, is over. They beat the Young Bucks.
And they couldn't really have too many matches. They were looking for good matches, and they were trying to get out of the politics of it. They just wanted to have good matches. Mm-hmm. They couldn't even do that because there was too many people trying to save face. Like, if you had even, that's the one thing that I thought, like, the Briscoes and FTR did really, really well. They were like, hey, win or lose, we just want to have a fire ass match. Now, we can't lose all the time to you, but you know what I mean? You take one, we take one. You take one, we take one. You know what I mean? And they don't want to do that. And then it's just a lot, man. Like, it shouldn't be that difficult to put on, you know. That's why I want WWE to be bought by like a real company. So then after that, there's not the politics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel that. It's just AEW is good for. AEW is the one you want to go watch the highlight reels for. You can go on YouTube, catch the clips, and be cool. Yeah. But WWE, they gonna give you a story, bro. Like, I just feel like AEW is the fast food. I've been wanting steak and potatoes, so WWE has been feeding me that lately. You know what I'm saying? And every now and again, they come with a casserole dish with raisins that I don't want. You know, but long term, they do more good than bad.
It's a lot of it lately, like over the past few months, like WWE has stepped it up. And
it changed my mind, bro. I was not watching WWE up until Triple H came back, and I was like, oh, bro. Okay.
Now look at this. Kenny got how many years left?
I don't know, bro.
I got it pulled up. Don't worry. He signed a 4-year deal back in 2019, but AEW triggered.
They extended him.
Yeah, so January 2024. Also, the Young Bucks have it until January 2024 as well. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the Young Bucks would be better suited for WWE because the way that they talk and things like that, they're not really bad rated. They can just be like, they can be able to say what they want to say because they're like spoiled little kids. And I think they would do really, really well in that system.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even want them to hit the main roster. Take them to NXT and help them build up their tag team. I want them in NXT, bro. Because the tag teams that come out of NXT, they fizzle. When they hit the main roster,
they do, bro.
But I think that's because they haven't had a really good tag team since Triple H left. And then when they had those really good tag teams, they didn't know how to use them.
That comment right there, Chris just said it,
bro. I've been like I said this not too long ago, bro. I want that, like,
Survivor Series.
Yes,
needs to be blended with All Out Survivor Series. Whatever you call it, whatever you need to do, it needs to happen. It needs to happen.
They can have
we need a Roman versus Kenny Omega match at some point in life.
Ooh, man.
They need to have it where it's like a night one. You know what I mean? Like you know how they had the Forbidden Door, and you'd be like, Forbidden Door Part 1 is on such and such. Forbidden Day 2. You know how they had Battle of LA? They could have something like that where they just have them on their two separate things, and then after that, just have that going on.
Right, it's so many. Kenny needs to come to WWE, bro, because ever since Seth Rollins called him out all them years ago, either give WWE Kenny Omega or give WWE Will Ospreay.
Bruh,
Will Ospreay is already built.
I want Will
You just
in
plug him.
WWE, bruh.
You just
He
plug him.
needs to come to WWE.
You just
Bruh, I
plug him.
love Will Ospreay, bruh.
Now the only thing about Will, and I'll admit this, he's injury prone. That's the only thing that'll work against him. And you see, they still ain't forgave goddamn Finn Balor for getting injured and being the inaugural champion.
Bruh,
They still ain't.
They won't let him live. And I mean, Finn. I remember that match between him and Seth. That was a good ass match.
Oh,
That
stupid
was
ass.
a good ass match, bruh.
Dumb
He
good ass.
got the belt.
Oh,
came
soggy
back.
sandwich good ass match, boy.
Came back. It was like
Grease
hurt.
paper. You can see through it at the bottom. Your fries ain't hot no more. They soggy. You know what I'm saying? It was that kind of match.
And I think I think that kind of pissed Vince off too. It was like I put the belt on this small person and he going to get hurt. Like yeah.
If you're not 6'3", 6'4", or higher, Vince wasn't fucking with you.
Oh, I know.
And then after that, you had to be in shape. That was the thing that pissed me off, because I'm going to say it. I think Samoa Joe is probably a generational talent. By the way, he is he's done at the end of this year. He's coming back home. I'm pretty sure about that.
Bruh, I love Samoa.
You ain't finna fire me 4 goddamn times. I'm just gonna say that. You got me fucked up. Oh, look. Am I working here or am I working here? By the time I get my W-2, I'm fired again. Like,
bro, he probably got like 4 of them in the mail. Oh shit! Oh, they over here. Oh, he over here like this, like he be like, "Oh goddamn, here comes the."
I can't, bro. They be getting my emotions all fucked up, and look, they be firing him on some whole shit too, bro. Like, you just be perusing, they be like, "Yeah, we got the upcoming pay-per-view. We released Samoa Joe, but this upcoming Friday, we got."
Like, the fuck, bro? It was so fucked up because like he was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna be an on-air personality." At one point, he was an announcer and doing a damn good job as an announcer.
Very much so.
And then, bro,
they literally be walking up on Cuz like, "Go ahead, clock out for me."
Look. Tell me what's on.
Hey, let me holler at you, big dog.
Before you clock in, come to my office real quick.
Hey, let me holler at you real quick.
Hey, my badge don't work no more. My login ain't working no more.
They stopping him at the door. Like, hey.
Oh,
Bruh,
Samoa
like,
Joe, if you watching this, we fuck with you. We just see how that hoe you
man,
be.
I'm telling you, he is the generational talent. Like, that's what Triple H was saying, that he fucks with him. Like, he's like, I like how he thinks, you know. Okay.
So, look, question. Sitting on AEW roster, what do you think about Miro coming or Rusev coming back, bruh?
No. He wasn't doing that. Rusev, it ain't gonna do anything.
He just signed a new 4-year deal. So he's not
did.
leaving until 2026. That's what.
He ain't going over there. He definitely ain't going back.
Bro,
Yeah.
I give you $20 if you could tell me a 5-star Rusev match. Go ahead.
Oh, hold on, I got you though. He had a really good match against Roman Reigns, so
5-star.
I mean, nobody was having 5-star matches back in the day.
I mean,
Dude, Roman just started getting 5-star matches just now. Shit, he was getting his ass whooped by Brock all the time. Brock was just Billy clubbing his ass.
Right? You never like.
bruh, Brock used to
Brock
just.
versus Will Ospreay or Brock versus Kenny?
Brock versus Kenny would be good. Brock versus
It depends
See,
on if
Brock
Brock
don't
willing
know
to
how to-
actually work. If
Yeah,
he go,
Brock
if he
Yeah, Brock don't like to play fair. You know what I'm saying?
no, he don't. Then he go fuck around and mess around. Go fuck up Kenny doing something, then he go get mad. He go take one B trigger and get mad and want to goddamn start suplexing goddamn Kenny across. Look, bro, you can't be fucking up my new toy. It's like
I would love to see Brock Lesnar take a one-winged angel, bro.
Bruh,
I want Keith Lee back, bro. I want Keith Lee back in WWE.
I have a stipulation on that.
I want Keith Lee back, but I need Keith Lee to knock off about 20, 30 pounds and
thank you
and get in just a little bit better shape. Because when Keith Lee came in NXT, if we can get him back to that size,
and he got to stop dyeing his beard. I don't know what the fuck he got going on here. You got gray in your beard. It is what it is. Bro.
We know, like, bro, we know. And then after that, he don't really even do it consistently. So then it's just like, then after that it's like gray right here, and then after that, yeah.
Nah. I mean, like, nobody else see this shit.
Yeah, I need him to drop a few pounds and come. He can come back. I want him back, but drop some pounds for me. You can come on.
I mean, because AEW, they let him do whatever he wants to. They're like, come as you are, and he just been like, well, shit, I'm on this road. You know, Mia cooking real good. So
let me go get a couple beers. but I wouldn't mind having Swerve come back.
At least wherever is that, he's actually doing pretty well. Where
he is.
I feel like Swerve is doing his
Chris says his beard dye is limitless. It's limited.
That nigga got that goddamn just for men light.
That's a light. It's a touch of gray. That's what it's a touch of gray.
Man, you need to stop touching food. That's what you need to stop doing. I'm sorry.
Oh shit. Oh, that's fucked up. But nah, I think Swerve is like finding his character, finding his asshole. Chris Bay can come to WWE.
I want Leo Rush back in WWE.
I haven't seen him in a minute. TJP can come back to WWE.
He was in WrestleMania.
Is great right now.
Man, fucking poor Hit Row. Oh, buddy,
taking L's right now,
bro.
And top dollar lost some weight and everything. He trying to get himself in shape, and it's just like, bro, you still.
I would too. After I fucking
got caught the ropes.
That shit made national news.
I would too. His ass was over here.
Bro, how you get caught in the ropes, bro?
Like, that shit made the news. That's
almost as bad as coming running from the back, trying to run in the ring and going and sliding under the ring like
almost as bad as Titus. See, I can understand Titus's stuff. You know what I mean? Because hey, it's hot. You know what I'm saying? You knew this. You was gonna do this. You had this thing set up all day, and you still failed. Like at some point, you should have been like, all right, I'm gonna baseball slide, or I'm gonna try to go through the middle rope. Well, even the middle rope is dangerous for him. Shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Yeah, this nigga.
This nigga. Who man's is this?
And then get mad that somebody called you out on it. So,
bro, man.
All right, y'all.
Yes, we can go ahead and wrap this up.
I got this baby that I need to look at.
Yeah, man. I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Me too, man. But
shout out to everybody who's homeless right now, because bro, that seems like to be the way. Because working ain't it right now, bro.
It's not the move.
It ain't it, bro. This work life ain't it, bro.
It's not it. I'm trying to hit them. I'm trying to hit the law.
I ain't gonna say everybody who's homeless, but I'm gonna say a good 5% of them homeless niggas got it figured out and understood the scam. This shit ain't it, bro. This shit ain't. I'm tired as fuck, y'all. I got 27. Is that what we're doing? Bro, I got 27 hours of overtime. 27.
I haven't been to work in a week, so hey,
bro. Nigga, my hair hurts. I'm so sleepy, my hair hurts, bro. Anyway, let me stop rambling, man. Let's wrap this thing up.
Let's go ahead and wrap it up, fellas, man. So, I mean, good show. I ain't got nothing else to add, bro. Like, this it, bro? What you got? What you got?
No, I'm gonna let you close it out.
I'm gonna get passed down to sir. He closed it out so good last night. You got it. Go ahead and kick it off.
There's two things that's guaranteed in life: Royal Rumbles, and taxes. That being said, I want you to take your right hand, turn it to the backside, right? Now I want you to take those two middle fingers and I want you to combine them with your thumb. And I want you to embrace your camera on your phone or whatever you're watching right now. And I want you to remember that the Blerd Syndicate will forever and always be too motherfucking sweet. Be great, y'all. Peace.